When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, make we talk, my people, make we talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Make we talk, people, make we talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, make we talk. Hey, we live in when the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, make we talk, my people, make we talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Make we talk, people, make we talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk.
Good morning, everybody listening, watching from around the world and the Eastern Caribbean. Good morning to everyone. Welcome to a special edition of the Make We Talk program. The Integrity Commission takes order from no one than the courts of Jamaica. And I've been saying this from a long time ago. The Prime Minister of Jamaica has no authority to put the Integrity Commission under any gag order. The Parliament, they don't answer to the Parliament of Jamaica, they answer to the courts of Jamaica. And that is what we need to understand. Yesterday, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Marie. Marie, good morning to you. Marie, give me a call now. I was trying to call you earlier on to see if you could come onto the program, but I didn't get through to you at all. I been asking myself some question. Yesterday, when I saw the thing going on in the Parliament, I said to myself, my God, what the hell is going on here? I was traveling yesterday and I couldn't even get to bring it live. So, that's why I didn't get to bring it live yesterday. But when you listen to the chairman of the Integrity Commission, retired Justice Seymour Panton, and by the way, Justice Panton is a well-known individual in the halls of many courts in the Caribbean. And when you hear that man speak, you have to sit down and listen. What draws my attention yesterday, a lot of people may be saying that Justice Panton was rude. This morning you hear that Justice Panton must apologize and he must this and he must that. Justice Panton, hold your ground, sir. Don't apologize to no one. And when you said that you were not drinking any water from the Parliament of Jamaica, I don't blame you, sir. Because it seems that there is something wrong in some of the parliamentarians heading this country of ours. And when you have the likes as Juliet Cuthbert Flynn calling on you to resign or to apologize to no one. Why didn't they call on Everald Warman to apologize to the people of this country? Apologize to no one, Justice Minister. Retired Justice, High Court Justice. Apologize to no one. Christopher, good morning to you, sir. We will not stand by and sit down and say to ourselves, hey, because of them, no. I like how Justice Panton went into the hollow halls of the People's Parliament and say to them, I will not drink any water from inside here. I bring my own bottle of water. Because you know why? Some of the utterance that comes out of our parliamentarian's mouth, he has a right to say that I think we should bring in Senator Longmore, who is a psychiatrist, to check the mental psyche of majority of our parliamentarians in this country. Because it seems as if when they drink some of the water, and we all know what water they're talking about, don't think Justice Panton is a fool. He bring a bottle of water. But I am not suggesting that Justice Panton is talking about the other water. I am saying it's the other water. But the water that Justice Panton bring inside there, some of them use water to, or they use something else to do something else, Because when they go inside there, it seems as if their tongue is all tied up with some of the water that they've been drinking from before. I want to play something here. Let's get on with the people's business. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. I want you to listen to something here. Or what Justice Panton said. Listen to this.
As regards some other statements made in this room about giving orders, the Commission takes orders from no one other than the court, and it needs to be understood. The Commission takes orders from no one other than the court. Of course, there is God-given orders which we all obey. And I hope, Mr. Chairman, that the persons who were making those statements, that they will desist, because it fuels, such statements fuel a sort of mood among sycophants. And in the kind of society in which we live, we need to understand that persons should be very careful of what they say. There is a member of parliament who was actually, Mr. Chairman, sent out a document with the photographs of 4 of us saying that we are bringing down the government. Now, in this climate, for a member of parliament to be doing that, it's reprehensible. And I have not heard any parliamentarian condemn it. And they are sending out, there are parliamentarians sending out WhatsApp notes of all sorts of reprehensible things. And I hope that somebody will take the leadership to correct them. We on the Commission, we are committed to doing what the legislation permits us to do. That is what is happening. And it is not fair for the employees to be set in a stage where they can be set upon.
When you have, as what the retired Justice Seymour Panton said, chairman of the Integrity Commission, said that when you have parliamentarians sending out WhatsApp messages and all sort of things about the Integrity Commission, we have some mad people in this country, you know. Some sicko heads, some dodo heads, who believe that their party cannot be wrong, and those who are in their party cannot be wrong. But I hope people understand this morning that when the Integrity Commission was formed, it wasn't a PNP Integrity Commission. They must understand that their party leader, the Prime Minister of Jamaica, under our Constitution and the Integrity Commission Act, that two persons must be appointed from the Prime Minister and from the leader of opposition. From the Prime Minister and the leader of opposition. Not from the leader of opposition alone. From the Prime Minister and the leader of opposition. And many of us don't do our due diligence. Many of us don't do certain things. But yet we come on air and we chat some nonsense. I keep on telling you all, you know. If I come on air here and I'm talking something, well, no, I understand. I want to think, you know, go so. Correct me on it. I am willing to take corrections. Correct me on it. Correct me on it. The fact of the matter is that none of us is too big to take correction. But when you have people believing that they can't take correction, and when you have people believing whatever their parliamentarian says is Bible and verse for them. It's Bible and verse for them. But let me tell you something this morning. I am happy. I am very happy this morning that the Integrity Commission was in the Parliament of Jamaica yesterday. I am happy that the Integrity Commission make it clear in the People's Parliament that they take orders from no one. They take orders from neither Andrew Michael Holness, the Prime Minister of this country, Mark Jefferson Golding, the opposition leader of this country, nor Delroy Chuck, the Minister of Justice or Injustice. They take orders from the courts of Jamaica. And that's what we must understand in this country. The former Speaker of the House of this damn nonsense of telling the people of Jamaica that the Parliament is the highest court of the land. Where? In which country? Not in Jamaica. The Supreme Court or the Court of Appeal is the highest court of the land, not the Parliament of this country. And yet, every day we come on air and we hear all sorts of shebang going on in the Parliament and we believe them. What I like so far, and people may say, Jeffrey, you're stupid by taking that away from what happened yesterday. Many things I take away from what happened yesterday, but this is what struck me yesterday. That I sit down and I said to myself, at least somebody went into the Parliament of Jamaica and said this. Somebody of the Vumvavant and the Vumvavi told them in the Parliament that you don't need a mental checkup. And Justice Panton, sir, I am calling on you this morning, sir. Apologize to no one. You owe no one no apology. I know somebody in my family not vexed with me this morning, but so be it. Justice Seymour Panton, sir, apologize to nobody, sir. You owe no one an apology. It's full-time somebody in this country. Let the parliament know of Jamaica that we're not going on with some things when I right. When you have the likes of Everett Warmington attacking the media houses in this country, you hear nothing from Juliet Cuthbert Flynn that he must apologize. But she's calling on Seymour Panton to apologize this morning. On the level of hypocrisy in this country. Like up the live feed, people. Like up the live feed. Like, share, and subscribe. You all see the level of hypocrisy in this country. Nobody told Mr. Warmington to apologize to the people of Jamaica and to the media houses in this country. They need some psychological evaluation. Don't drink no water, Justice Panton. Not drink no water from them. And someone who thinks says it literally water ain't talking. Justice Panton is no fool. The Honorable Justice Seymour Panton, a man who came from humble beginning in this country, is no fool. Justice Seymour Panton is no fool. And when you hear Justice Panton literally tell these people who need some psychological evaluation, and him not drink no water. I will from me back of water there. Him not drinking no water. When you read between the lines what Justice Panton is saying. Read between the lines of what Justice, the Honorable Seymour Panton is saying to the people of Jamaica from the Parliament of Jamaica this morning. I can play the video with Justice Panton saying, "Nah, drink no water from them." Listen to this.
I want to add a personal note, Mr. Chairman, if you'll allow me, that back on this question of malice, I have been a lay preacher in the Methodist Church for decades. Malice is not in my makeup, and it is not in the makeup of the commissioners. And there may be persons who need to repent, and they can join me at church, Providence Methodist, any Sunday. I don't know if something is wrong with the water in Parliament, why some people, the moment they get into Parliament, they say certain things and behave a certain way. I don't know if that is it. As a result, I decided that I wasn't going to take the chance of drinking any water here. Another feature, Mr. Chairman, which I'm very serious about, is that because of what has been happening, I personally intend to see if I can meet with Senator Longmore, Doctor, to have a word with her, because it may well be that she needs to have a word with some members of the House.
You hear that? And I agree with the retired justice. I agree with the retired justice that some of them may want to see government senator Lady Sophia Longmore because she's a trained psychiatrist. Something wrong with them. The former prime minister of this country, they tell former prime minister Portia Simpson Miller and the PNP that termite nyam out them brain. But it seems like termite eating out some of them brain in the parliament. This morning, it's all over the news that the retired Justice Seymour Panton, chairman of the Integrity Commission, must apologize. Apologize to no one. You owe no one any apology, Justice Panton. At least somebody in this country has some balls. Some balls to tell them in the parliament, I do not drink no water. That you will not drink any water from them inside here. At least somebody in the halls of the Parliament of Jamaica, the People's Parliament, that you will not drink any water from them. Apologize to no one. You did nothing wrong, Justice Seymour Panton. Let me play this again. You not drink no water from none of them in there. Make I play it again. Jamaicans read between the line of what Justice, the Honorable Seymour Panton, is saying to the Parliament and by extension the people of this country. You may think that I literally what I'm talking about. Listen to this.
I want to add a personal note, Mr. Chairman, if you'll allow me, that back on this question of malice, I have been a lay preacher in the Methodist Church for decades. Malice is not in my makeup, and it is not in the makeup of the commissioners. And there may be persons who need to repent, and they can join me at church, Providence Methodist, any Sunday. I don't know if something is wrong with the water in Parliament, why some people, the moment they get into Parliament, they say certain things and behave a certain way. I don't know if that is it. As a result, I decided that I wasn't going to take the chance of drinking any water here. Another feature, Mr. Chairman, which I'm very serious about, is that because of what has been happening, I personally intend to see if I can meet with Senator Longmore, doctor, to have a word with her, because it may well be that she needs to have a word with some members of the House.
And then this morning, I want you to listen to an interview done with Senator Longmore this morning. Listen to this interview done with her.
To consult with you because he doesn't know if there's something in the Longmore. You were mentioned in Parliament yesterday by the chairman of the Integrity Commission, indicating that some of the parliamentarians may need to consult with you because he doesn't know if there's something in the water why certain utterances are being made by parliamentarians. I mean, what's your reaction to that comment he made with your name being called?
Well, I don't know if Justice Panton, I tried to give a kumbaya feel. I don't know if it's a matter of let us start a new leaf and put our mental wellness at the forefront of matters. But I was really and truly taken aback at his reference on many levels, but particularly with respect to the one in which he made it. Actually, mental health matters are of serious concern. We are always advocating for the reduction of stigma and discrimination. And to see someone of his stature use, especially in a forum such as that, in the space, in the House of Parliament, to use this capacity as a tool to almost insult was really, really very disappointing. And it is one that the profession is not looking on favorably at. We do so much work to raise ourselves from that and allow persons to seek out the care of their mental health. And for someone of his nature and stature to do that was very disappointing, to say the least.
Before I go any further with some more of this interview, Senator Longmore, I have the utmost of respect for you, ma'am. I have the utmost of respect for you. Never met you before. If my memory serves me correctly, we reached out to you already to come on this program, but you declined to do so. I don't remember if you had declined, I wouldn't get through to you. But Senator Longmore, why are you saying for Justice Panton to use his statue to come in the Parliament and say such things? And you don't think he should have said it? None of you have no member of Parliament. When Everett Warmington, and who want to call me a comrade, so be it, I don't care. When Everett Warmington in the Parliament of Jamaica, the People's Parliament, not Everett Warmington Parliament, the People's Parliament, when Everett Warmington called Lisa Hanna a Jezebel, when he called her a Jezebel, nobody from the Labour Party side said to him, apologize. When civil society came down on him, he makes some lame-ass apology. No one from the Jamaica Labour Party said to Everett Warmington, sir, you need to apologize. I know some of these Labour Party bloggers going to take me on, but I really don't care. I don't care. Nobody told Mr. Warmington, sir, it's unbecoming of you, sir. It is unbecoming of you, sir, to be calling a member of this honorable house a Jezebel. Nobody said he must apologize. I want you to listen to some more of Miss Longmore interview this morning.
Yeah, based on that, would you then say, because I think the words have weight, that there is some form of stigma that can possibly be attached based on a statement like that, especially as it relates to how, the parliamentarians would have been coming at the IC in some instances? Would a stigma be attached based on how it was presented and what he said, especially about the water?
Well, most definitely. And, that is what I'm saying. That I think, with all due respect, Justice Panton came in and basically indicated very personal reflections with his outlook towards parliamentarians. And the office that he holds is one that should be at minimum unbiased. That was not reflected yesterday. And to make an utterance around even the water that is consumed is making a mockery of the people's business. And this is not light business. There are many issues. And, one of the reasons I really didn't immediately react to it was that I did not want to take away with this discussion around mental wellness and stigma associated with mental ill health. I did not want to take away from the very serious issues and some of the questions that were posed in that forum yesterday that we're still waiting on answers to, and that we still need clarity on as we seek to do the business of the country.
Dr. Longmore, hold the line, chairman of the Integrity Commission, where Justice Seymour Panton said yesterday.
I keep on asking the question, why are we so hypocritical in this country? Listen to some more of Senator Longmore.
That he'd bring his own water to Gordon House and that some parliamentarians should speak with a consultant psychiatrist, Dr. Sophia Longmore, a comment that is being interpreted all over social media and by others in many different ways, many people taking offense to it. Dr. Longmore, there has been at least one parliamentarian who has called for the chairman of the Integrity Commission to apologize for the comment he made. Do you think that should be done? Should he apologize and withdraw the comment that was made?
Most definitely, and not necessarily me personally, because I represent my profession, to the profession of psychiatrists and mental health care workers, but clearly my name was personally called. And I should also recognize, we should also recognize that the nature of such actions by the chairman is taken away from the very substantive issues of the purpose of that commission yesterday. We need to, of the committee meeting yesterday. There were very significant questions asked. We recognize that there are many shortfalls to how the commission is functioning at this time. And in my mind, as was demonstrated yesterday, a blatant abuse of power and a blatant mockery being made of our most highest point of legislation in the land. It is really very, very.
Hold on now, Dr. Longmore. Hold on for me, Dr. Longmore. When Everett Warmington, Dr. Longmore, continue to disrespect the Parliament of Jamaica, how is it you people not say nothing? He attacked down to his very own colleague. He attacked Darrell Valls. He attacked Edmund Bartlett. And now you all are calling on Justice Seymour Panton to apologize for what? By telling you all he won't drink the water from the Parliament of Jamaica? By telling you all he will not drink not even a bottle of water from the Parliament of Jamaica? Apologize to who? And for what? It's full time somebody get some balls in this country and tell you all what is going on in the Parliament of Jamaica. Full time. Because you all believe that it's not the Jamaican people put you there. You all got there on your own. Not the Jamaican people put you there. And I will say this again. His Excellency, the Honorable Justice Seymour Panton, apologize to no one, sir. You owe no one an apology. Listen to some more of what Sophia Longmore said. And I want you all, I want to give you some more, you know. I'm going to pick sense out of nonsense. I want to give you some more. Hold on for me. Wherever you're listening and watching from around the world and the Eastern Caribbean, this is the Make We Talk program. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Share this live feed. Listen to some more of what she's saying.
Unfortunate to have seen that, and I think definitely an apology should be forthcoming.
But, you know, the question on the ground, Doc, is what would be your response if, in reality, Justice Panton does reach out to you?
I would gladly meet with him, but as with any, and I would embrace if that is such that he really needs that input from myself, by all means. But firstly, you know, this is a professional reference that he'll be making. I would hope that he has good reason to do so. But such matters are usually handled with delicacy and with a certain amount of privacy, without ridicule and without insult. So if there's genuine concern on the part of the chairman, then he should genuinely act in a way that is caring and that is solution-oriented rather than seeking to make a mockery, carrying a bottle of water to seek to say that something might be in the water. Politicians and people who sit in the...
No, tell me something, Senator Longmore. You're a psychiatrist, you know, sir. You know, ma'am. You know what Justice Panton talking about? Senator Longmore, you are a psychiatrist, ma'am. Read between the lines of what Justice Panton is saying.
House, in Gordon House, in both houses, are people who have decided that they want to uplift our country. We all make sacrifices when we go there and sit and serve. And a lot of times we are basically vilified and we are tossed into all sorts of quagmires. That our altruism is true. We are there to try and uplift Jamaica. And when you have a forum and a person who sits in an office such as his, who is seeking to ridicule, to mock, to try to belittle, almost with disdain, reflects on the functions of politics. It is not productive for the country. It is not productive for our people. And if he's genuinely concerned about the mental wellness of my colleagues, I will embrace his concerns and I would deal with it in the professional way that it should be dealt with.
Dr. Sophia Longmore, consultant psychiatrist. She's also a government senator. Thank you so much.
I tell you something. A lot of Jamaicans are concerned. A lot of Jamaicans in and out of Jamaica are concerned about some of our parliamentarians in this country. So when Justice Seymour Panton went inside there and said what he said, you have a right to say it, sir. I endorse what you say, sir. The Jamaican people, majority of them endorse it, sir. Apologize to no one. Don't call me for, don't call me no man. Me not me hype. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, sir. Not taking in the crowd, but go ahead.
Yeah, morning, big boss. You know, them say all psychiatrists need counseling. And them have to go through counseling themselves. Well, she sounds like she wants some counseling herself. That's all I have to say.
All right, my brother.
So when the man refer them to her, I think he's also referring her to find help from somebody else as well.
All right. I want you to listen to what the same Juliet Cuthbert Flynn, who a viral video going around with she chipping some of Pinks and Pablo's in a halfway tree cloth. Some of Pinks and Pablo's cloth from in halfway tree. a viral video going around of Juliet Cuthbert Flynn, one of Jamaica's athletes, now turned politician, who disrespect poor people every day. A video going around with her cutting up some of Pink's and Pablo's cloth down in halfway tree. Is calling on Justice Seymour Panton to resign. On see how hypocritical these people who are in the parliament are. Listen to this.
Longmore, you were mentioned in Parliament yesterday by the West Rural St. Andrew Member of Parliament, Juliet Cuthbert Flynn, Science Integrity Commission Chairman, retired Justice Seymour Panton, should be removed from his post for severely unbecoming conduct when he appeared to insult parliamentarians on Tuesday.
It was not unbecoming conduct by you. When a journalist called you, it was not unbecoming conduct by you. When you cuss some of the Pinks and Pablos from in a halfway tree, some of those cloth. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Some of the cloth. Some of those cloth. Yes, the cloth. It was not becoming of her as a member of parliament.
Mrs. Cuthbert Flynn is demanding an apology from Justice Panton for his comments regarding some parliamentarians needing to see a psychiatrist. The government MP is also taking offense to additional comments made by Panton during a meeting of Parliament's Integrity Commission Oversight Committee on Tuesday, where the chairman said he was taking no chances by drinking water at Parliament. Justice Panton's remarks elicited audible laughter from some members of the Parliamentary Oversight Committee, including opposition lawmaker Julian Robinson and government MP Delroy Chuck.
There may be persons who need to repent and they can join me at church any Sunday. Don't know if something.
Justice Panton, the only time them go to church, is when they look in the people and vote. Then we're going to the church, go sit down next to the pastor. And the pastor will preach because some of the pastor are PNP and some of them are JLP. And the pastor will preach because they're coming in the church looking vote. They will walk hills and valleys in this country to get poor people to vote for them. But when they go in there, they treat them as if they are nothing. Juliet Cuthbert Flynn tell them so, clot, about the road in a tavern. And she have the audacity to be saying that Justice Seymour Panton must apologize and should resign. Apologize for what? To who? Did you apologize to the people of your constituency? Did you apologize to the journalists that call you? Did you apologize, Mrs. Cuthbert Flynn? How dare you? If you live in a glass house, don't throw a stone. Listen to some more of this.
Is wrong with the water in Parliament. Why some people, the moment they get into Parliament, they say certain things and behave a certain way. I don't know if that is it. As a result, I decided I wasn't going to take the chance of drinking any water either. Another feature, Mr. Chairman, which I'm very serious about, is that because of what has been happening, I personally intend to see if I can meet with Senator Longmore, doctor, to have a word with her, because it may well be that she needs to have a word with some members of the House.
Commission chairman later doubled down on his comments when he exited Parliament and was interviewed by media practitioner Llewellyn Winter.
Oh, what meeting, sir? What meeting? I was just out in the meeting. What I had to say. I didn't hear. I was outside. I missed most of it, sir. So a lot of inboxes have been cleared up so far, sir. I would hope so. I hope so. What about the water, sir? I I just want to put the water. No, I can't drink the water here. Something is wrong. In terms of what, sir? Some of the things that I hear from you saying there must be something here that is causing it. And it's the water.
Justice Seymour Panton Media Platform X, Mrs. Cuthbert Flynn, said Panton was arrogant, rude, and out of order and should be removed from his post. Panton's comments about bringing his own water to Gordon House and that some parliamentarians should speak with consultant psychiatrist Dr. Senator Longmore have also drawn the eye of Senate President Tom Tavares Finson and scores of people on social media.
I want to say something too. Anybody who have the video of Cuthbert Flynn telling some pinks and pubbles, don't send it to me because I can't find it. Send it to me, make a put up, I'm going to hear it. Because I'm not telling a lie. I was, honestly, when I heard it, I was the first person who called for resignation. And now she have the audacity. She have the audacity to be telling one of Jamaica's finest judge, a man who served this country well, a man who served this country with integrity. They can't question Justice Seymour Panton integrity in this country. Justice Panton never go past social media upon a viral video that telling a member of the Jamaican public so colorful cloth from the pinks and pablos cloth, so African cloth, and some of the Jamaican cloth. But you come for him to resign because of what? Some people back in the days, you know, died of some mysterious circumstances in this country, you know. You remember Donald Sangster? Jeffrey, where you going down that road this morning? Shut your mouth. Huh? You remember Donald Sangster? Oh, Lord of mercy. Nearer, my God, to thee, nearer I prong to thee, Lord. But when you come out, people must resign. Resign from where? The man speak his mind. I will not drink any water from the parliament of this country. And I suggest nothing. How dare me to suggest anything? I bring me one bottle of water. He burned some of them. But I must, Justice Panton must apologize. Apologize to who? If they invite her back again, Justice Panton, go there now. And say the same thing. Tell them saying I'm no correct word from them in either. The Honorable Justice Seymour Panton, you can tell them that you will not eat from them either. There is something wrong with the water that cooked the food. So you can't drink the water and you can't eat the food that the water cooked. Something is wrong with the water from the parliamentary of the Jamaican parliament in this country. Apologize. Seymour Panton apologize to nobody. And she have the audacity. She have the audacity to be calling on people to apologize. Hold on there for me. She have the audacity to be calling on people to apologize when she tell the people who elect her, some of the pinks and pablos, down a halfway tree, some cloth. Why did you apologize? You come up with some layman something, but it wasn't this and it wasn't that. Stand your ground, Justice Panton. The Honorable Justice Seymour Panton, sir. Stand your grounds. I wish I could meet you to shake your hand, sir. Full time. Somebody in this country tell them in the parliament the time of it is. Full time. When they go in there and they call people Jezebel, you call your own parliamentarian a Jezebel. Why didn't they come out and say he must apologize? Huh? When the Prime Minister of this country walk out on the Jamaican people, the Prime Minister walk off the job and he did not apologize to the Jamaican people. But some idiots believe that the Prime Minister walk out on Mark Golding and the PNP. The Prime Minister of Jamaica walk out on the Jamaican people. How dare you? Why didn't you call on your Prime Minister to apologize to the Jamaican people? Why didn't you call on the Prime Minister to apologize to the Jamaican people? But no, you have the audacity that you will never, motherfucker, no. You, Juliet Cuthbert Flynn, could and will never walk in the footsteps of Justice Seymour Panton when it comes on to manners and integrity for the people of this country. You, Everett Warmington, will never walk in the shoes of Justice Seymour Panton when it comes on to manners and integrity towards the Jamaican people. You will never. I'm talking about apologize. Apologize for who? To who? Apologize for what and to who? And not drink no water from the Parliament of Jamaica. And not nyam no curry goat from the Parliament of Jamaica. You should be ashamed of yourself. Full-time a member of the Jamaican public. Address them the way they need to be addressed. Me not drink no water from you. You don't want me to come talk to you about Integrity Commission? I come. But I not drink no water from you. Not drinking any water from you. I know members of my family vexed me this morning. Because I come out swinging. They want me to swing. On one part. Me not swing for none. Not swinging on any. I'm swinging for Jamaica. The time has come for all of us in this country to stand up for what we believe in. To stand up for Jamaica. Not the PNP, not the JLP, not the UIC, not the Never Dare Move. Stand up for this country. Justice Panton not drink their water, sir. And if they invite you back to them saying, I'm not in a curry boat either. If they invite you at their houses, sir, bring your buckle with you. The battle of the spirit, you know what I'm talking about? The battle of the spirit there, yes. The little Jerry and his nephew. And the little Apatano. Bring your one buckle, Justice Panton. No drink nothing from them. I agree with you, Justice Panton. Let them know the time of day. One thing I agree with this after today too. Justice Panton, the people of Jamaica need an audit in the Integrity Commission though. The people of Jamaica need some answering in how the $2 billion is being spent in the Integrity Commission. And that's one thing that I would love to hear how it's being spent, sir. You take your ass from over here. Why not go by Labour Party idiot place people? When name who call herself and will be Jesus, who surveys? Usher him out. Don't want him over here. Usher him out. Justice Panton. Don't drink no corruption water in there. Got corruption in the water. And they make corrupt you when you drink it, sir. I want you to listen to what was said in the Parliament yesterday when Colonel Charles Jr. and Greg Christie clash. Listen to this.
The section, I'm trying to pull it up. That appears to restrict public commentary on matters before they are tabled in the Parliament. Such a notice provided to anyone. If Julian Robinson as a member of the Parliament were to receive such a notice, as explained a while ago, regarding illicit enrichment, you, Director, would still expect that it would be treated within Section 53, subsection 3 of the Act, and that would not be then part of what would be public knowledge until it is tabled in Parliament.
Thank you very much, Chairman. Yes, indeed, the notice, having received the notice, the declarant is, or anybody else who comes into contact with the notice, should not breach Section 53 by announcing that there is an investigation. And you may refer to Section 56, that is even more restrictive than Section 53, that requires that all information in relation to complaints, statutory declaration, any matter before the Commission be kept strictly secret and confidential by members of the Commission, staff, as well as anybody who has an official function in relation to the Integrity Commission Act. I paraphrase, so you'd have to check the Section 56 for the wording.
No, I want to thank you for that clarification, because I think that a lot of individuals in our society perhaps had a misunderstanding of the parameters within which one ought to operate in those kind of matters.
I'm going to quote the last sentence written by the chairman, and from my interpretation, there appears to be a bit of a contradiction. And I quote, "Of course, there is nothing to prevent declarants or persons under investigation from speaking on the situation as it relates to them." So I am seeking clarity. If a declarant is under investigation before the report has been tabled in the Parliament, is it against the law for the declarant to acknowledge that he or she is the subject of an investigation?
In my opinion, a declarant can always speak about his or her situation at any time. That is my view of the law.
But it sounds inconsistent with
Well,
what Mr. Christie said.
the section says nobody is to speak about the thing. But I can't see why I am involved in a situation and I cannot speak about it. That is my interpretation of the law. It doesn't follow. Although I think I'm right, it doesn't follow that I'm right.
I'd just like to just respond to what was just said. This law was not written by the Integrity Commission. It was written by the Parliament of Jamaica. And if there are flaws in the law which are creating different interpretations, I think that's a matter for the Parliament. It cannot, that hat can't be placed on the Integrity Commission's head. It can't. We have already addressed the issue of conflicting interpretations. It is the responsibility of the country's lawmakers to make clear laws. And if we get into a situation, a pit, where we're, jumping over ourselves as to what this means and what that means, that's a matter for the Parliament to deal with. It can't be our responsibility.
And I agree with Greg Christie. I tell you something, you know. Lawmakers in this country continue making laws. You know about niggeritis? Then we eat a whole barrage of curry goat and drink some of the distill of the cane. And when they got full, then go to them bed early. And in the middle of the night, then get up. And then call and say, Delroy. Someone that we call there and say, Delroy, you know, so we have to do something about the Integrity Commission. And them themselves make some laws that them not even read back over. And when you know what hit the fan, they want to blame other people. I agree with Greg Christie. They make the law. Don't blame the Integrity Commission. They are the one who formulate certain things in this country. Don't blame the Integrity Commission. Don't do it. You're rude and out of order. How dare you? So I agree with Mr. Christie. I want to play some other videos here. And I want you to listen to.
As regards some other statements made in this room about giving orders, the Commission takes orders from no one other than the court, and it needs to be understood. The Commission takes orders from no one other than the court. Of course, there is God-given orders which we all obey. And I hope, Mr. Chairman, that the persons who were making those statements, that they will desist, because it fuels, such statements fuel a sort of mood among sycophants. And in the kind of society in which we live, we need to understand that persons should be very careful of what they say. There is a member of Parliament who was actually, Mr. Chairman, sent out a document with the photographs of 4 of us saying that we are bringing down the government. Now, in this climate, for a member of Parliament to be doing that, it's reprehensible. And I have not heard any parliamentarian condemn it. And there are parliamentarians sending out WhatsApp notes of all sorts of reprehensible things. And I hope that somebody will take the leadership to correct them. We on the Commission, we are committed to doing what the legislation permits us to do. That is what is happening. And it is not fair for the employees to be set in a stage where they can be set upon.
Father, help us, oh Lord. You see what these people are doing? They are setting up the life of other commissions, you know. The life of other commissions they're setting up. One moment for me, please. I'm trying to get a video here that I want you all to listen to. I want you all to listen to a video here. That although he may be disrespectful, he asks a very important question from the Integrity Commission that I need answers for too. Is my money being spent? We pay taxes not because you don't live in Jamaica, you pay taxes. You have properties in Jamaica that you pay taxes for. And it's taxpayers' money being spent in this country. They want Justice Seymour Panton to apologize because he came to the commission, to the Parliament of Jamaica, Oversight Committee, and he tell them like it is. Because some of us who are talking, we hug them up and we can't say certain things. Because someone want to get bread and milk from them. Well, me need to get bread, nor milk. And I don't want no bread nor milk from none of them. Huh? I want you to listen to this.
When the budget was passed in March, the Integrity Commission was allocated roughly $1.85 billion. In the supplementary estimates, the Integrity Commission got over $195 million more, bringing the grand total to over $2 billion. Member of Parliament for Southwest St. Catherine, Everald Warmington, was concerned.
We haven't seen an audit of that department table in this House, but they're spending taxpayers' money. So who is going to provide the audit for that department? When are we going to see audit for that department over the years? And secondly, this amount you have here of $193 million, does it include any part of the employment of overseas forensic auditor to look into accounts here? And if so, how much of this is going towards paying overseas forensic auditors to look in people's returns?
The Integrity Commission had indicated that an international forensic examiner was hired to look at 3 companies connected to Prime Minister Andrew Holness. That was part of the process to examine the statutory declarations of the Prime Minister. Mr. Warmington went further.
In that you are dealing with the department, in acquiring the services of the overseas forensic auditor,
we want to know
what procurement method was used.
Yes,
was there any procurement method, or it was just employed as a friend from overseas?
Remember, with the greatest of respect, I think you have the wrong meeting. There was a meeting earlier this morning, the oversight meeting. Were you not there?
In the funds, you are providing funds for them, so they must justify to you why they're asking for this.
Right. So remember, under our arrangements to preserve the independence of the Integrity Commission, funds are provided on a line item basis, and it's within the powers of the Integrity Commission to use the funds that are provided by the government and taxpayers of the country in ways that are consistent with their mandate. To the extent that you have a question on how they have chosen to use those funds, I would humbly submit that that question is better directed to the Integrity Commission.
In relation to the auditing of the Commission, Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark said a private and independent auditor would do the job.
I expect that the audit, we get an audit report of that department before the next financial year, before next budget comes here. There's no way we're going to approve another $2 billion for a department that has not been audited for years. Okay? So I expect that the audit be laid here before March next year, because we're not going to allow it to pass through here. If I'm the only person to stand and say, no, I'm going to do it. But there must be an audit at that department.
Remember, I don't think any reasonable person can object to your requirement. These are public funds. And I have no reason to expect that that's a difficult proposition.
Andrea Chisholm, TVJ News.
And I believe that the report was sent to the government of Jamaica. Now, why Everett Warmington is doubling down on that, don't get me wrong, I agree with Mr. Warmington that there should be an audit in the Integrity Commission, because until now, not one single person has been charged and brought before the courts of this country. Yet we're spending over $2 billion on an entity. We're not getting value for our money as taxpayers in this country. Not one single person. Nobody has been investigated properly then and charged and bring before the court of this country, Justice Seymour Panton. Although I may praise you for what you did, but I must also say to you, Justice Panton, that we, the Jamaican people, need to see some action from the Integrity Commission. That somebody must be held accountable for the level of corruption in this country. And you must not only look on parliamentarians. What about permanent secretaries in the various ministries in this country? Some of them, they drive all X6. Some of these permanent secretaries in this country need to be investigated too. Because some hanky-panky going on. We can't blame parliamentarians alone. Blame the permanent secretaries them too. They're the one who is responsible for the money in the various ministries. Huh? Yes. Nigel Clark will not demit he will not demit his office as Minister of Finance for Jamaica until October 31st. That's what he said. That came out long time ago. He's going to demit office on October 31st. So that's why Nigel Clark is still in the Parliament and still in the Ministry of Finance, because his resignation does not come up until October 31st. I want to open up the phone lines this morning, because I want to hear from Jamaicans on this. I want you to hear from Jamaicans on this. And I want to play something before I open up the phone lines. Justice Panton had me cracking up yesterday.
I want to add a personal note, Mr. Chairman, if you'll allow me, that back on this question of malice, I have been a lay preacher in the Methodist Church for decades. Malice is not in my makeup. and it is not in the makeup of the commissioners. And there may be persons who need to repent, and they can join me at church, Providence Methodist, any Sunday. I don't know if something is wrong with the water in Parliament, why some people, the moment they get into Parliament, they say certain things and behave a certain way. I don't know if that is it. As a result, I decided that I wasn't going to take the chance of drinking any water here. Another feature, Mr. Chairman, which I'm very serious about, is that because of what has been happening, I personally intend to see if I can meet with Senator Longmore, Doctor, to have a word with her, because it may well be that she needs to have a word with some members of the House.
I agree with him. As I said before, I agree with the good gentleman. And no one, don't apologize to nobody. You will nobody apologize. Good afternoon, good morning, welcome to the Equator program. You're live. Hello? Hold on for me, sir, because what the hell is going on with this thing? Hold on for me, hold on. Go ahead for me, sir.
You just say that Mr. Panton should not apologize to anybody.
Yes, I said.
In Parliament.
Yes, I said.
Right? Yes, I was just going to say, sir. Because when Mr. Charles and Mr. Chuck to Jamaica people have no memory of how they behave with Parliament after the Interior Commission report on Mr. Bass. Don't think any Jamaica don't remember those things? And next thing, Mr. Panton says something which Jamaica should shut. He said the Commissioner of Police, Mr. Anderson, I give his top commander advice to protect the Commissioner. They never did. He also said days before the attack on Mr. Ryan Evans, he has sent a letter to the Minister of Security and the Prime Minister no responded. And that's why Mr. Christie did that way. So instead, ask the government.
Anybody have that video? Hold on for me, sir. Anybody have that video? Because I can't find my own. Anybody have that video where Greg Christie said, ask the government? Send it to my phone for me now, please. Go ahead for me, caller.
I won't search if I can find it.
Yes.
But I'm telling you, so this man go there with the letter, weight on his shoulder, for his family, his staff family, life in jeopardy. And in a parliament, they're going like, they never do anything to those people. Expect the man to go inside there and behave like a lamb to a slaughter. No. I will tell you that Mr. Panton never find out some of the things outside the young person who a picture of him and Mr. So you should quote some of them, what they were saying in Parliament about them. You see Mr. Charles, who father was an MP, by send them of people for particular dollar, when he was agriculture, and we can talk about moral. Now, when the Jamaican people is hearing what they were saying about the Interior Commission, they also put fire in people's mouth to say against Integrity Commission.
But not only that, caller. Not only that, caller. When you,
yes, yes, sir.
when you have parliamentarians or people of questionable whatever, will go there and say XQYZ about other people or Integrity Commission. It is sending a clear message to their bloggers that they can attack anybody.
If they tell us what God is saying, that what Mr. Justice Panton referred to. Right? And these people think they say it will hurt anybody. And when things fall on the issue. Remember now, these funds are praising the commission when other people are being charged or being summoned, right? You see no problem once it touch him. Mr. Putin ball out and say, what here, get rid of them. That can't be fair. Have a great day, Mr. Terrorists.
Thank you very much for calling in, sir. The number to call is 954-529-8030. What is the views on what Justice Panton said in the Parliament yesterday? Not drinking no water inside here. Not drinking no water inside here. Because Justice Panton afraid of no boy, no girl, nowhere. Jeffrey, behave yourself. The number to call is 954-529-8030. We're live on the Make We Talk, a program with yours truly, Jeffrey T. We're very listening and watching from around the world and the Eastern Caribbean. This is Make We Talk. Call in 954-529-8030. Yesterday was a firehouse in the Parliament of Jamaica. And today we're just analyzing what went on. You know, I'm preparing for this program this morning. I got a call from a very good friend of mine. And he said to me, you know something, Tavares? If we, the people of Jamaica, can see beyond the color orange or the color green and see this country that we call Jamaica, he reminds me of what the national anthem said. Hold on. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Make We Talk program. You're live.
Yes, Uncle Jim.
Walk on.
You're on fire today, man. Rightly so. Listen,
yes.
I watched the entire thing yesterday.
Yes.
And Justice Panton, retired Panton, Chairman Panton, remind me of that old-fashioned principled man of integrity, old time Jamaican like my father and your father, right? We don't take no nonsense. The man was there speaking no high-flown language. He was not using no big words. The man was plain and simple. They say looks can deceive him. But when you look at the man, very calm, full of purpose, because in Christianity and in decency, and the man made Jamaica, all the man did. We should talk with many, the majority of Jamaicans have been saying, but have no access, no platform to say it. All the man did was avoid the legal jargons and all these big talk. Say, Member of Parliament Charles, he was there for a purpose. Because remember the chopper, proud of man to go be a techie man and father and his sister, tell him how to take the leadership of the party. From goodness, have to put him tough time, them take him on, chopper attack him. So if he make up of his sure, of a proving point, he come there. And they get into unnecessary semantics and try to twist a man more another decent fellow, and this is a patriotic Jamaican. Though Christy, he couldn't reach nowhere. Him asking question a million times. And there was Paul, well, a more experienced lawyer than him. Although he was actually too quiet, but the little points that he made was simple.
Yes.
I was there when it was drafted. I was part of it. Just like Doug Christie said, we are all fallible. We make mistakes. What he wanted Doug Christie to commit to was the fact that he interpreted his way. So to justify the Prime Minister from not telling the nation that, listen, I'm under investigation. That's what he was trying to do. And he could not chop Doug Christie because he's not experienced enough. You're forcing the man to answer the question how you want him to answer. And he did not. So Justice Panton, do not ever apologize. We have what we call, as you rightly point out, when Warmington that Parliament calling that our colleague as Jezebel. We have what we cry when he calls taxpayers, right? Dog free, lies.
I forget about that one too.
We have what we cry in behavior at all times. This is a man who, as Justice Panton said, he needs psychological care. We all know that. The Prime Minister has to fire him because of his unruly behavior and becoming a member of Parliament. And you know, a simple question, you know. In Jamaica, say if you throw a stone in the pigsty, they have the bow and get the R, it drops out of him. If you don't like it drops out of him. Why is Warmington so upset and so quarrelsome about the Integrity Commission? Why was he not here yesterday?
He was here yesterday.
No, he did not. He was not in the Integrity Commission here. He was not there.
Okay.
Why?
Hold on. That means that he is not on the Oversight Committee, sir.
Yes, he is on the Oversight Committee. I stand there already. Yes, he is on the Oversight Committee. Nigel asked him yesterday. Nigel said it to him yesterday. You're on the Oversight Committee of the Integrity Commission. That is where he should have directed questions. He was not there yesterday. He's a member of it. Let's shut him up and that's the Integrity Commission already. And tell him what he was saying was irrelevant. That's a shut him up on Integrity Commission. He's a member, but he couldn't show us because he's too dumb to ask proper questions. If you notice, Robinson said that I will give my talk at this moment to leave it to the legal professions, like people like Powell and Charles, right? But although Robinson was not a legal scholar, he asked simple, forward questions.
Do you know who is the Julian Robinson's father?
Yes, I know. He's Thomas, man.
Do you know who he is?
Yes, he's an international judge.
Okay.
Yeah, what is a war tribunal job or judge? But he's brilliant. He's brilliant, but I think he majored in economics, I think.
Yeah.
But he asks simple, easy, low questions, relevant questions, no legal jargon. He just asks him, man, what is the procedure? When a member of Parliament is being investigated, tell me the procedure, the step by step. How much letter go to him? Where's the file? Where it came from? That is simple. So, Jamaicans back. Justice Panton. Jamaicans have him covered. Jamaicans is behind him. And that water thing, listen. We live in a very dangerous world, especially Jamaican. But all type of things are. People forget history in Jamaica. That was some side was easy. Sure. It is often said that they went to a cocktail party and when they let go of a Michael man, they put him hand over the glass. Right? And so I share the glass. What happened? There's his history. Right? So these things are possible. The man didn't insult the man tell him, say, boy, you have a poison. He didn't say that. He said, I will not drink up the cup because something is wrong. And that psychologist and psychiatrist were named. She need help. Right? She need help too. She have her head examined. Because the man didn't say nothing out of order. Because he was specifically referring to the behavior of Everett Warmington. Isn't that a psychological problem? It is. It's sure that the president can't something to him because they need email the campaign field. He's a man that in which other Caribbean island could have been a set apart. But you got cast on Niger Club. And Niger calmly put him in place. Where were you yesterday? You sit on the Integrity Commission. That's the first question should be directed. Ask the chairman for an audit. And then if you don't get a satisfactory reply, then you come to the Minister of Finance. Right? Continue with your job, sir. I hold it down.
Thank you very much.
All right, Jeffrey.
Thank you. Thanks for calling in. The number to call is 954-529-8030. 954-529-8030. That's the number to call into the Make Talk program. I get something on my phone here. Let me see if I can get it up. 954-529-8030. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let me see if I can get it on my program here. Thank you very much for sending this to me. The number to call into the program is 954-529-8030. That's 954-529-8030. That's the number to call into the Make We Talk program right here on the Make We Talk Jeffrey Tavares LLC YouTube channel. We're very listening and watching from around the world in the Eastern Caribbean. We're speaking about. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Make We Talk program. You're live.
Yes, good afternoon, Jeffrey. Just a quick one on the note of whether who audits the IC, and the suggestion that the Auditor General sits on the commission would compromise an audit being conducted by the Auditor General. It's practically rubbish. Who audits the Auditor General?
It's a very good
The
question.
Ministry of Finance. The Ministry of Finance audits the Auditor General's department. And likewise, the Ministry of Finance has a duty and can audit IC. That's it.
Oh. Hello? Hello? Oh Lord, you hung up. Some very interesting take there. Very interesting. Very interesting. The number to call is 954-529-8030. So the number to call into the program 954-529-8030. What is your views on what happened in the Parliament yesterday with the Integrity Commission? Good afternoon to everyone who's listening and watching from around the world and the Eastern Caribbean. Call into the program. What is your views on what is going on in the Parliament of Jamaica? My views is this. I personally think Justice Seymour Panton tell off Justice Seymour Panton tell off the Parliament yesterday. And it get the people like Juliet Cuthbert Flynn all riled up. They're pissed off because of what Justice Panton said. But you know something? Justice Panton speak his mind. And a lot of us in this country need to speak our minds and not be afraid of what is going on and speak our minds. I'm going to get a video here for you all to watch. Just bear with me, please. I'm trying to get the video to come down on my phone here. Let me see if I can get it here. I don't know what's going on, but let me try it again. Let's see if I can get this video here too. Hold on for me, please. Hold on. Lord, give me strength to face another day. This morning, as we all as Jamaicans get up this morning and we sit down and we ask ourselves some questions about our own personal lives and about this country that we call home. as I keep on saying, that the soul of Jamaica's democracy relies on we, the people of this country. I want you all to listen to something Dan Jackson Miller yesterday went through the Integrity Commission thing in Parliament. And I find it to be very nice in the sense of where she speaks her mind. I find it very fascinating. I want you to listen to what Dan Jackson Miller said.
For context, this is the first time that the commissioners, and in particular the chairman of the Integrity Commission, retired Justice Seymour Panton, is the first time he's appearing before a parliamentary committee to discuss the work of the Integrity Commission. So it's a big deal, all right? It's an especially big deal given the fire that the Integrity Commission has been coming under in the past few weeks since tabling an investigation report on the Prime Minister's statutory declarations. But really and truly, the Commission has been under attack, I would say, certainly for the past couple of years. So it's against that background that retired Justice Seymour Panton now came to speak. Let's listen to what he had to say. In this clip you're about to see, he's rejecting this idea that the Commission is partisan.
The commissioners have noted over the past couple of years.
If you have an hour this week, you can learn 100 songs on the piano by learning just 4.
We do apologize about that.
Remarks have been made that the Commission is partisan and that the Commission, that there is malice in its operations. The persons who made those statements know that it is not true. They know that we know it is not true. And they know that Jamaicans know that it is not true. There's a situation where 70% of the persons on the voters list do not vote. And it is startling that it could be suggested that the 5 commissioners happen to be partisan. So we reject that. We have on record from no one higher than the Prime Minister that in 2020, he commended the Commission in our Anti-Corruption Day celebration. He said, under the leadership of Chairman, the Honorable Mr. Justice Seymour Panton, the Commission continues to distinguish itself, operating without fear or favor in pursuit of a just and corruption-free society. That was 2020. In 2022, he said that the Commission has done an outstanding job in increasing awareness and understanding of the anti-corruption framework. And as recently as December last year, he said, I am therefore pleased to note its work to expand public sensitization programs and improve investigative performance and technical proficiency, all of which represent a comprehensive approach to addressing corruption. I also commend the Commission's efforts to strengthen awareness and compliance, as well as its dedication to improving responsiveness.
All right, so nothing we heard there is very unexpected. I mean, you have to bear in mind, I think a lot of people don't actually know the resumes of the directors and the commissioners. These people have extensive, extremely impressive resumes, right? And they have now been under attack, as I said, sustained attack for quite a while. They've been accused of not doing their job properly, not being professional, because of politics. That is not going to be an easy thing for anybody to accept and swallow. And I think we heard there Justice Panton doing what we expected he would do, which is a very strong defense of his organization. I would say there's also a subtext there in relation to the Prime Minister and what he said about the Integrity Commission, because Justice Panton there was quoting from various statements made by the Prime Minister, which, statements sounded very lavish in praise in relation to the work of the Integrity Commission. And those statements seem to have stopped just about at the point where the investigation into Mr. Holness's statutory declarations had started, and a lot of the back and forth between him and his lawyers and the commission began and were continuing, which we now know based on the timeline set out in the investigation report. So I would say, whether intentionally or unintentionally, that also emerged from the statement that Justice Panton was making. Let's go back.
As regards some other statements made in this room about giving orders, the Commission takes orders from no one other than the court. And I hope, Mr. Chairman, that the persons who were making those statements, that they will desist, because it fuels, such statements fuel a sort of mood among sycophants. And in the kind of society in which we live, we need to understand that persons should be very careful of what they say. There is a member of parliament who was actually, Mr. Chairman, sent out a document with the photographs of 4 of us, saying that we are bringing down the government. Now, in this climate, for a member of parliament to be doing that, it's reprehensible. And I have not heard any parliamentarian condemn it.
Okay, so I kind of sensed when Justice Panton was saying that the commission takes orders from nobody except the court, a little bit of attitude there, like, okay, who are you to say this? In fact, what Justice Panton was doing was quoting from the act that set up the Integrity Commission. It literally says in section 6.3 that in exercising its powers and performing its functions under the act, the commission shall not be subject to direction or control of any other person or authority other than the court by way of judicial review. So all he is saying is repeating what is in the act, except he didn't quote the act, which they actually usually do. And I have to tell you, sometimes when I hear the parliamentarians talking about the Integrity Commission, I wonder if they've actually read the act. I don't know. Yeah, we also, though, heard Justice Panton expressing disappointment that with some of the kinds of statements that have been coming out of parliamentarians, that where he's saying we're the political leaders in terms of condemning those kinds of statements. And I would say that the vast majority, if not all, of the severe criticism has been coming, in fact, from government members. So he's saying, where's the leadership to say, on a can't say something there, Let's go back to Justice Panton.
That folks will realize that the reports that we send from the Integrity Commission, they are reports of facts. There are factual statements in the reports. Of course, there are recommendations attached to the reports which the law allows. The law says that the Director of Investigation may make recommendations. The recommendations that are made, the Parliament need not follow them. In fact, Parliament in Jamaica has a history of recommendations being made by people who make reports, Commission of Inquiry, and the recommendations are ignored. So we understand that. And we should not really have a situation where we are being pilloried for doing what the legislation allows.
All right, so again, in that clip, you heard Justice Panton again defending his organization. But there's something he said that we really shouldn't overlook, even though he said it with a kind of very wry kind of smile or laugh when he said, look, all we're doing is what the law tells us to do. We do these reports. He's saying there are facts in the report. He also said there are recommendations, but he says, as we know, a lot of these recommendations aren't acted upon by Parliament anyway. And that's really not something we should overlook, because it actually is a disgrace. We set up these organizations to oversee the work of the executive, right? Work of government. And then when they do that work and they say, these are the things you need to do to make government better, Parliament, by and large, ignores them. We saw them previously with the Contractor General's report. Those reports from Mr. Christie used to look like so, and they used to have reams of recommendations in them, and report after report would be saying, look, we've made these recommendations before, they haven't been followed, we think they're important, we're making them again. We're seeing it with the Integrity Commission, and we've seen it as well with, for instance, the Office of the Auditor General. Some of the recommendations that that office makes are implemented, but many, many are not. And really and truly, what it means is that we're fooling ourselves about these checks and balances we're putting in place. So it's like, okay, put in place this office, box checked. We can say we've done that. But when it comes to actually making use of the office and putting into effect some of what we're being told to do, all of that is being ignored. And we heard Justice Panton, as I said, reference it. And I know a lot of people just move past it. We really shouldn't, because it's not good.
If it is thought that anyone in the commission is leaking these reports, we would like it brought to our attention, would like it investigated, because anybody in the commission who leaks, if it's an employee, instant dismissal. But I find it strange that that all these things would be leaked immediately after it leaves the commission and sent to Parliament. I find it puzzling to understand if it is happening from the commission, why is it that it is delayed, the leak is delayed until it is sent away from the office. I cast no aspersions.
the tabling of a report by the Integrity Commission. Let's go back now
Hold on for
to
me.
justice. Make more sense if you're in the Integrity Commission office and you want to leak, to wait until it has gone out to a larger pool of persons, then you leak. I'm not saying that's what happened. All I'm saying is that I don't think, as I said, his reasoning on that point, that the logic and the reasoning entirely stands up. That's all I'm saying. And in fact, the president of the Senate, Tom Tavares Finson, issued a statement on that issue of the leaks. And let me tell you a bit of what he said in that statement. Now, according to Senator Tavares Finson, he says Justice Panton misled Parliament when he suggested that information from the Commission leaks only after it's sent to Parliament. He said that isn't so. He said there was an instance in November 2023 when details concerning an alleged probe by the Commission were reported on in extensive detail by the Gleaner before any report was sent to Parliament. He said in another instance, an opposition member of Parliament recently used a political platform to, according to Senator Tavares Finson, in a most vulgar manner, predict the tabling of a report by the Integrity Commission. Let's go back now to Justice Panton.
Back on this question of malice. I have been a lay preacher in the Methodist Church for decades. Malice is not in my makeup, and it is not in the makeup of the commissioners. And there may be persons who need to repent, and they can join me at church, Providence Methodist, any Sunday. I don't know if something is wrong with the water in Parliament, why some people, the moment they get into Parliament, they say certain things and behave a certain way. I don't know if that is it. As a result, I wasn't going to take the chance of drinking any water here. Another feature, Mr. Chairman, which I'm very serious about, is that because of what has been happening, I personally intend to see if I can meet with Senator Longmore, doctor, to have a word with her, because it may well be that she needs to have a word with some members of the House.
In case you don't know, Dr. Longmore is a consultant psychiatrist. So he's implying there that he wants to talk to her about the need for some kind of evaluation, psychiatric evaluation of some or all of the parliamentarians. Now, this again, these statements did not go down well with the Senate president. So he said, retired Justice Panton's comments, where he questioned whether there is some contamination of water consumed by parliamentarians and further recommended psychiatric evaluation of parliamentarians. He said those comments are rude, disrespectful, offensive, and out of order. Now, Justice Panton doesn't need my advice. You know, he is retired president of the Court of Appeal. He's an eminent jurist. He's accomplished in many, many ways. He doesn't need my advice. I'm going to give it anyway. The appearance before that Parliamentary Oversight Committee should have been treated as venturing into hostile territory. That's actually what it is. In those kinds of circumstances, I don't think you should be doing any kind of joke, any kind of tongue-in-cheek reference, any kind of comment that could be misconstrued and then used against you. And that is what is happening now. I think what Justice Panton should have done is just play it straight down the middle. I understood him to have been saying that he was perhaps surprised and disappointed at some of the comments that were being made by parliamentarians after being elected to office. Say that. Say that strongly. Say strongly how disappointed you are and how you're concerned about the fact that this is coming from elected representatives in the government. But don't do what you just did. You know, that's not something I would advise. And I think what it has done is unnecessarily serve to distract from some of what he and his colleagues were saying in that Parliamentary Oversight Committee. It's giving your detractors more ammunition with which to use against you. Now, having said that, I strongly suspect that Justice Panton, at this stage in this process with the Integrity Commission, with he having to shore up his staff and tell them don't retreat, don't back down, as we saw recently reported in the Gleaner, for instance, in a memorandum to staff, I think he is at the stage right now where he has 0 Fs left to give. I think his box of Fs is completely empty, and at this point, in a business, in a care, he might go say what he want to say because he's over all of this. This is a retired justice who could be in another territory now, earning US dollars, sitting on the bench, respected, not having to deal with the kind of nonsense he's now having to deal with. And I think he's just at the stage where he's in a business again. He probably intends to just walk away, perhaps not too long from now, and in just a business at this point, and he's just going to say what he wants to say. I think that's what we saw. So the chairman of the Oversight Committee is Ed Bartlett, and I have to say, I think Ed Bartlett is a very good chair, especially in a situation like this. He has a very good tone, even when he's expressing concern with the tone of Justice Panton, it wasn't in any kind of hostile or adversarial way. I think he brings down the temperature of the room. He helps to calm down the proceedings. And overall, I think he did a really good job presiding. Let's listen into a little bit of what he had to say in response to Justice Panton.
I heard your very extensive statement and the tenor tone of it, which gives concern to this chair, and I'm sure to the committee. We want to ensure that not just you, but the commission understands that there is no determined effort to undermine or otherwise to stigmatize and or categorize any member in any negative or derogatory way.
Okay, you see what I mean about the tone, All right, so I'm going to leave it there. Now, the committee meeting was 3 hours long. Don't worry. I'm not going to do video showing you all 3 hours, but I am going to do at least 1, maybe 2 more, showing you some of the key exchanges and what I thought about them.
There you have it, where Diane Jackson Miller is telling us her views on what happened in the Parliament yesterday. Well, I personally, Dion, will not apologize. Would say to Justice Seymour Panton, I don't see where you should apologize in a Justice Panton. You did nothing wrong. You did nothing wrong, Justice Seymour Panton. So I personally don't see where you should apologize for what? For speaking the truth? Huh? For speaking the truth of what you see and what your heart believes, and you came out and speak the truth, sir? And if you speak the truth, Justice Panton, the truth is an offense to everybody, The truth is an offense. So if you speak the truth and they believe that you should apologize, I don't see where you should apologize, sir. You don't see, you should not apologize to neither he, she, nor the old lady. Don't apologize to no one. The numbers to call is 954-529-8030. If not, we're going to take a break. We're going to take away from this. There is a live coverage going on with the leader of the opposition's mother, Lady Golden. Service of thanksgiving for the life of Lady Patricia Golden, the mother of opposition leader Mark Jefferson Golden is going on right now. We may dip into it. Maybe I should dip into it on this platform here. Maybe I should. Come to think of it. Let me see if I can dip in. Oh, hold on for me. I'm having a call coming in. Oh, Lord, hold on. Hold on. Hold the call coming in, Lord. Right in my life right here. I'll call back in 2 minutes. Yeah, man. All right, cool. There is a live feed going on. Let me see if I can get this live feed in with the funeral service of Lady Patricia Golden. Let me see something here. Bear with me here, please. Bear with me here, please. Bear with me. Let me see if I can get it here. Of Lady Golden. Yeah, hold on. I think I have it here. Let me get it up to you right here. We're going to switch to a live funeral service of Lady Patricia Golden, the mother of opposition leader Mark Jefferson Golden. Let me get it here and put it up to you guys.
That we lose sight to be grateful to the one
I don't have enough. No, that's the audio I'm getting.
In the mirror. I repeat that. We spend so much time looking at ourselves that we pay no attention to the one who has given us what we look at reflected in the mirror. How ungrateful we are as a people on this planet Earth, the habitat. How ungrateful. We choose not to acknowledge. And it seems to me that in some places, it is really not something you should do. It is not fashionable even to acknowledge that I should, really I should thank God for the breath of life. I should thank even the Creator. Say that. Because it's the Creator who shaped us in His own image to give us that capacity so that we can relate to others, to self and God. It is the Creator God who has given us this in computer language, the modem, so that you can relate, so that you can fall in love, so that you can relate to family and others. And yet, there are some of us who are just reluctant, maybe even feel shameful to say, thank God. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Even a birthday party. How much time do we say at a birthday party? In all the journey, all things happen to me, I have to thank God. The sin of ungratefulness. Always focusing on self. Our sister Patricia was a lady of character, a lady of dignity and decorum, something which seemed to be a fleeting shadow of a Jamaica today. We say, morning and thinking no broke now. But it gone. She stood up for that. A lady that gave of her, utilizing all her skills, disregarding everything, even when her health, and she knew that her health was putting her at risk, she was still willing to make that sacrifice. When there are those who once they feel something, say, but I'm not going to work this morning, I'm a bellyache, so call the office. Beloved, Let us be children of God who are grateful to God. Let us be children of God who are grateful to God and not embrace the sin of ingratitude. I'll just try to close with the story of the man who lived in our community, and the priest would pass him by day after day, and the man was not doing much. So the priest invited him to look at the church property, large property. He says, John, come here. Come and work this property. John said, yes, I could do that. And the priest said, well, whatever proceeds, you can have it. So this property, which was overgrown with bushes and maca, John went and he cleared it, he plowed it, he planted it, harvested it, and he exported it to get foreign currency. So the priest, who had not been by the property for a long time, passed by. He saw John. He says, hi, John, how are you? John said, I'm pretty fine. I'm doing good. I'm earning US currency. The priest said, wonderful. On the church's land? He said, yes. You leased it to me? The priest said, yes, that's good. The priest said, boy, it's looking good. The property is producing all kinds of fruits. John said, you want to see what it did look like when God alone had it?
We're taking a live coverage of what is going on at the funeral service of the late Patricia Golden, mother of
in other words,
President Mark Golden. We're going to break away from that and go back to normal programming.
The sin of ingratitude.
We're going to break away from that and go back to normal program that we have here. We can see former Minister of Health, well, former Minister of Finance, Omar Davis, Maurice Guy. A lot of parliamentarians are there in the audience, paying respect. We can see the General Secretary of the People's National Party, Sir Dayton Campbell. Former Minister of Health is there also, Dr. Maurice Guy, along with another former Minister of Health. You can see the Golden family on the other side. A lot of people are there. You can see former Senator Katie Knight. They're all there. Former President of the People's National Party, former opposition leader Peter David Phillips is also there. We're going to break away from this live feed that we have coming into us. The funeral service of the late Patricia Golden, mother of opposition leader Mark Golden. Fenton Ferguson, thank you very much. Fenton Ferguson is there. We're going to break away from that and go back to normal programming. But as you see, it was a live coverage of the funeral service of the mother of opposition leader Mark Jefferson Golden, president of the People's National Party. Mrs. Patricia Golden has made the indelible mark here on this country we call Jamaica. As we break away from there, let's go back to normal programming where we are speaking about the Integrity Commission report. Well, the Integrity Commission was at Parliament yesterday. Hold on for me. Let us go back to normal programming of what is going on here. We're going to take some telephone calls. If not, then we're going to say goodbye for this program. We have another program coming up that we have to do. Yes, we send our sincere condolence to the Golden family on behalf of all of us here. A lot of parliamentarians are in the midst, but we have to break away from that live feed. The numbers to call into the program is 954-529-8030. If not, then we're going to break away and make way for the other program that is going to have coming up to us. We have been trying to get something here on the oh Lord, I don't know why we're not getting that, but let's not get into that conversation here. But we're trying to get something here to come up, but I think there is something going on. But let me break away from No one is going to call to the program right now. We're going to say thank you all for coming on. Thank you all for being a part of this program. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the super chat. Like up the super chat. Hit the super chat. If you think that we're doing a great job, you can also donate to the Make We Talk program to keep it on air. If you think we're doing a good job, we don't come over here to make any money. But if you think we're doing a good job, you can also Zelle us, or you can WhatsApp, Cash App us, rather, that's Cash App us. You can sell us by Cash App. And you can also Zelle us, and also you can also hit the super chat if you want. But this is where we're going to come to the end of this program. Before we come to the end of the program, though, we're going to play two more videos where
We pray for Patricia's family.
we're going to play two more videos. I forgot to have this thing on. We're going to play two more videos. The Integrity Commission chairman yesterday, retired Justice Seymour Panton, who on uncertain terms, he said to them that he will not drink the water inside here.
I want to add a personal note, Mr. Chairman, if you'll allow me, that back on this question of malice, I have been a lay preacher in the Methodist Church for decades. Malice is not in my makeup, and it is not in the makeup of the commissioners. And there may be persons who need to repent, and they can join me at church, Providence Methodist, any Sunday. I don't know if something is wrong with the water in Parliament, why some people, the moment they get into Parliament, they say certain things and behave a certain way. I don't know if that is it. As a result, I decided that I wasn't going to take the chance of drinking any water here. Another feature, Mr. Chairman, which I'm very serious about, is that because of what has been happening, I personally intend to see if I can meet with Senator Longmore, Doctor, to have a word with her, because it may well be that she needs to have a word with some members of the House.
There you have it. Retired Justice Seymour Panton, who could have been elsewhere, decided to stay in this country and to assist this nation. And now they're calling on him to apologize. Justice Panton apologized to no one, sir. I want to say thank you all for coming onto the program. Thank you all for being a part of this program. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Make We Talk Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel. It is now 12:57 in the United States, 11:57 in Jamaica. This has been a great program, I must say. I must say that I came on this morning and I present myself the way how I could. Thank you all for coming on. Thank you all very much. Let us stand for what we believe in this country. And as I keep on saying as I leave my program, Jamaicans, the soul of this country lies in the hands of the Jamaican people. The soul of Jamaica's democracy lies in the hands of us, the Jamaican people. May God bless you. May God bless the people of Jamaica and our island home, Jamaica land we love. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Until you hear my voice again, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Good afternoon.
When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, make we talk, my people, make we talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Make we talk, people, make we talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, make we talk. Hey, we're living in a world that on ourselves we must depend. Make we talk.